Hey guys, Brad Danger here, and today we are talking about one of the greatest scams in modern automotive history. Not markups, not dealer add-ons, not extended warranties named after animals. I'm talking about fake sport trims. The cars that look fast, talk tough, and then proceed to accelerate like a damp sponge being pushed uphill by a confused raccoon. This is the story of how the word sport, S-P-O-R-T, lost all of its meaning in the car world. And before anybody gets mad, even my mom, hey mom, quick ground rule up front, same as always. This is not about bad cars. This is about bad labeling, because there is nothing more disappointing than expecting spice and getting mayonnaise, right? I mean, somewhere along the line, manufacturers realized something absolutely terrifying. Most people don't actually want performance. They want the idea of performance. You know, the vibe, the look, the suggestion that if circumstances were different, they could go fast, maybe, allegedly. And thus, the fake sport trim was born. It usually comes with a combination of black wheels, red stitching, a spoiler that does nothing, and maybe, if the accountants were feeling generous, a slightly firmer suspension that you'd only notice once you hit a pothole and regret your life choices. Now, the poster child, patient zero, the car that started this whole conversation, the Toyota Corolla S. Ah yes, the S, the letter that promised everything and delivered a spoiler. Yes, the Corolla S didn't get more power, it didn't get better brakes, it didn't get a different engine. It got alloy wheels, a little wing, and confidence of a car that thinks it's doing something. And guess what? The cruelest part? Well, it actually worked. People bought this thing up in droves, a lot of them, because when you're choosing between a Corolla LE and a Corolla S, well, one sounds like a rental car and the other sounds like it might challenge a Civic at a stoplight. It will not. I've tried. And Toyota, well, they didn't stop there. Oh no, they doubled down. The Camry Sport, the Camry SE, the Camry TRD. And at some point, Toyota decided, what if we took a car designed by accountants with lumbar issues and just put a body kit on it? And look, the TRD Camry, it's fine. It genuinely is fine. And it's still a Camry. You can't outrun your destiny. You can lower it, you can stiffen it, give it quad exhaust tips, but deep down, it still wants to go home by 9 and complain about traffic. And then there's Lexus, and Lexus deserves its own segment because Lexus didn't just do fake sport trims, Lexus made them beautiful. Enter the ES F Sport. Now, the ES is one of the most comfortable cars on earth. It just glides over the road. It is isolated. It exists specifically so that you never have to think about driving ever again. So what did Lexus do? Well, they slapped an F Sport badge on it. Now you get bigger wheels, darker trim, maybe adaptive suspension if you pay a little bit extra, and suddenly people are calling it sporty? I mean, that's not sporty. It is a leather couch with ambition issues. They're not confused. They're not pretending internally. They just realize that people want the look of the IS with the comfort of the ES. So they built the automotive equivalent of athleisure. Now, let's talk about Subaru for a second. I love Subarus, but somehow Subaru managed to offend both enthusiasts and normal people at the same time. The Subaru Forester Sport. What makes it sports? Orange accent. That's it. That's the list. Orange stitching, orange trim, orange vibes. No turbo, no extra power, no handling changes worth mentioning. Just orange. Which is kind of hilarious because Subaru used to know how to do things right. I mean, XT model trims existed. Turbos, they totally went brrr. But somehow someone looked at the budget and said, what if we replace the horsepower with orange? Guess what, ladies and gents? It actually worked. People bought them because, again, most people don't want speed. They want differentiation. They want to feel like they didn't buy the exact same car as their neighbor, even if it absolutely is the same thing. But Honda isn't even innocent either, not even close. Honda Fit Sport, Honda Accord Sport. The word sport in Honda language often translate to this one has bigger wheels and fewer features. Sometimes it's literally slower than the other trims because the engine choice is worse. Imagine buying a sport model and finding out that the Touring is actually faster. That's not a mistake, that's straight comedy. And don't get me wrong, the Fit, it's awesome. The Civic, it's awesome. The Accord, well, it's great, but calling these trims sport is like calling sneakers hiking boots because they have grip. Then we have the Germans, who deserve credit for being honest and blame for being confusing. BMW M Sport, Audi S line, Mercedes AMG line. These are not M cars, these are not S cars, these are not AMGs. They are just costumes that you wear on Halloween. Now, at least BMW usually throws in better brakes, suspension, steering feel. Sometimes it actually improves the car dynamically, but still, the badge placement does dangerous things to people's egos. There is nothing like seeing someone rev a 4-cylinder 320i with an M Sport badge like it's about to defend the Nürburgring title. Audi S-Line is pure aesthetics. It's straight eyeliner, it's contour, it's smoky headlights and tighter pants. The car underneath is unchanged, but it feels somehow cooler, and that's what matters to most buyers, honestly. And then there's the Mercedes AMG line, and that might just be the most misleading of them all, because that badge has history. That badge means V8s and tire smoke and lawsuits. And then you hear the engine start up and it sounds like a sewing machine having a bad day. Now, let's talk about America for a second, because, well, America said, what if we did this, but louder? Chevy RS. RS used to mean rally sport. It meant something. Now it means black wheels and disappointment. Cruise RS, Blazer RS, Equinox RS. You look at them and think, that thing's got some heat. It does not. It has vibes, aggressive vibes, but underneath, it's the same drivetrain that was struggling uphill 5 minutes ago. Ford joined the party too, because why not? The Exploder Sport, the Edge Sport, the Bronco Sport. Now, the Bronco Sport has to be the most offensive name in modern car marketing. Not because it's bad, it's actually kind of decent, but calling it Bronco anything is like naming a Chihuahua Wolf. And yes, Ford makes real performance SUVs now. I mean, ST models actually can move. I love that EcoBoost, but before that, Sport was just a suggestion. And then there is Nissan. Oh, Nissan, Sentra Nismo, Juke Nismo, Kicks, everything. Nismo used to mean track bred insanity. Now it means red accents and a louder exhaust note piped through the speakers. The Juke Nismo is a crime scene. It looks like your girlfriend's boyfriend that joined a gym and still can't fight. And the Sentra Nismo, it tried. I'll give it that, but it was still a Sentra wearing racing shoes to a grocery store. And yes, I know the Juke R did exist. We don't want to talk about that one because that one was actually really rad. That was Nissan having a mental breakdown. But let's not forget minivans, shall we? Because someone somewhere decided dads needed to feel fast. And there was the Dodge Caravan RT, the Pacifica S, Odyssey with paddle shifters. I am not making this up, you guys. Minivans with sport trims exist purely to help people cope with life decisions. There is nothing sporty about hauling drywall and children, and that's okay. I mean, embrace it, Dad. Then there is the ultimate category, sporty SUVs. Anything with sport in the name that weighs over 4,500 pounds is lying to you. Range Rover Sport, G-Wagon Sport Modes, Escalade Sport. These vehicles are incredible. They're very powerful. They are fast in a straight line, but sporty? Nah. They handle like physics is a suggestion, and yet people just buy them up because the badge makes them feel better. And that's the entire point. The entire phenomenon exists because we live in a world where manufacturers can't sell excitement to everyone. So they sell aesthetic excitement, a hint, a whisper, a suggestion of fun. And honestly, that's fine. The problem isn't the cars. The problem is when we pretend there's something that they're not. A Corolla doesn't need to be sporty. A Camry doesn't need to be aggressive. A Forester doesn't need orange trim. They just need to be kind of honest, because the real sports trims, the ones that actually matter, stand out because, well, they're a lot different. I mean, SI, Type R, GTI, N, M, RS, STI, not the one that you have to go get checked out from your doctor, but when that one existed, those cars don't need explanation. You drive them and you absolutely feel it. Everything else, it's just marketing, and that is okay as long as we can call it what it is. Not sport, just trim. And honestly, if you love your fake sport trim, good. Great for you. Enjoy it. If the black wheels make you happy, if the red stitching makes your commute better, well, that's a win in your life. Just don't tell everyone it's something that it's not, because real sport doesn't come from a badge. It comes from what the car actually does when you drive it, when you turn the key and you hear it fire up and the exhaust isn't being belted through the speakers. No amount of orange stitching is gonna change that. So, What are your thoughts on the Sport trim? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, remember to go to winthisIdealCar.com to get entered to win your dream car plus cash. If you enjoyed the vid, like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and check out some of these Ideal vids over here. I love you guys so much. You are literally the best, and thank you for supporting me over the last 9+ years. I'm Brad Danger. This is Ideal. We'll catch you next week, and wipe that orange off your mouth. Oh, promise me one thing. Keep living the Ideal lifestyle.